Hey everybody, we're back with another video on this guy. Let me grab my coffee here. Made myself a nice mocha. So good, so good. All right, so we're back to this guy. It is pretty much fully refurbished. I reseated the keyboard, removed all the Asian stickers off of it, and gave it a good cleaning with some isopropyl alcohol, as well as I used this eucalyptus cleaner that's a bit of a disinfectant and solvent and that sort of thing. Clean the screen, and the top, of course, is pristine. Amazing. Uh-oh. Shoot. What have I done? Oh, crap. Let's see. I was going to show you the top, but now I've got... Anyway, this thing's pristine. Talked about it already. One of the things I really like is this symbol is actually real metal embedded in the actual surface of the laptop, which is kind of cool. So let's just work on getting this entered. There we go. Sorry guys. You'll love it when you shut the screen to show you the top and then it goes into sleep. All right, this is something I do pretty standard with most of my systems. So this guy is running Vista Ultimate Service Pack 2, fully updated, 32-bit. 3 gigabytes of RAM. It's got this type of dual core Pentium processor. I think I showed you the performance index, or whatever you want to call it here, scores from previously. Of course, the graphics are the weak point, and we're going to find out exactly where that shakes out when we do an actual benchmark on it. Getting into the actual CPU info, there's the details about the processor. It's got some decent instructions, but it's missing some, like for example, virtual machine type stuff. It's missing some of the more modern instruction sets, but I mean, it does Vista fine, and it's got lots of cache and all that jazz. The board, here you go, that it makes any difference to you. GM45. It's got fairly up-to-date BIOS. I won't be bothering to update it any further. It's got running dual channel with 2 different types of sticks, but because they're matched up, there's a technology that this has that allows it to use the first 1 gigabyte together in a dual channel, and then the other gigabyte isn't dual channel, but sort of like is an overhead for the system. We're running Hyundai chips, and they're from the same year, same gigahertz. This is the 2 gig, this is the 1 gig, very similar, probably same factory as far as I can tell. So everything's perfect there. So a good match for a 32-bit system. And of course we got the mobile 4 series Express chipset for the graphics. Moving right along to an overview of the system. So like I've said, 32-bit Vista Ultimate. Temps are running a little warm, but I've been doing a few things with it, installing stuff and that, which tends to make the chips heat up. The fan is clean, and it looks like it's running pretty good, so it'll probably cool down once it's not busy. There you go, there's the RAM, motherboard again. Here's the interesting aspect of this, it's running 1440 by 900, which is a nice big screen if you can get the perspective on that. So it's a nice big screen. I love that for the kinds of things I work on one of these old systems. There's the 100 gigabyte Fujitsu SATA hard drive. It's got the optical drive, virtual drive, and high definition audio. So there's that. Let's take a look at that hard drive. It's one I've added myself. So didn't come with one, so I added one. It's a Fujitsu 100 gig. It's got no complaints about anything. It's running fairly warm. But like I said, it's running warm because I think I've been doing a lot with this system, installing stuff. When I install a lot of applications, I find the system seems to heat up pretty hot. I don't know why, but it does. Just running apps and stuff, it doesn't seem to do that. So maybe it's just because the hard drive's busy, the RAM's busy, everything's busy, and it warms everything up. There's your days use, so 163 days, so what, not even maybe a half a year. Very limited usage, but again, that's my drive that I added, but it's in good shape, so which is great. 100 gigabyte hard drive is good for the size of system, and why we know that is, we'll just open up how much is left. I haven't even removed the installers, and we have well over half of it free. Once I get rid of the installers, we should be able to reclaim probably 30, well, let's see, I can tell you exactly how much space we'll be able to reclaim. What is it? Well, not, oh, wow, not much left. Okay, I got rid of some of the installers, so I can reclaim about 2 gig. So it's you know, it is where it's at. For me, I consider like in a case like this, we go to properties, like 30 used out of what, 93. I consider that a win. So all that's left here to do is to examine the Nova Bench. Let's run it. Let's go. It's a run-in. Now when this thing runs, it always puts it into a lower color scheme or whatever to kind of to keep the benchmarks between XP and these higher sort of aeroglass sort of displays more, evens the score, let's put it that way. Keep it simple. Mocha. Chocolate and coffee. You know, does it get better than that? All right, here we go. Let's see what we're getting for a score. Not even 50, you're just pushing 50. Ugh, that is not good. Yeah, I like 50 is kind of my threshold. So this is going to be kind of a fail as far as graphics are concerned, but I mean, it'll do, you know, basic. The stuff I do on it will be fine. But yeah, 44 frames per second is definitely the weak point. Doesn't surprise me with a 2007, 2008 technology. I think we were looking at 2008 technology for the graphics. It was a weak point for Intel, and it always has been. They've finally got their act together, but for years, they make great processors that blow away everybody else, and then, you know, their graphics are mediocre at best. Transfer speeds are pretty Not great either, but I mean, it's the time period. Processor's fine, you know, RAM is fine. I mean, it's three gigs, so it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's not what's really dragging down the score or anything. If we had, say, 100 frames, that would be much more acceptable, because you're never going to tax the CPU. It's always going to be the graphics that lag behind for most applications, games and things like that, versus, you know, just your raw CPU power. So there you go, guys. That's the final analysis on this one. This is, let's close her out. This is the final video for this laptop, unless something else interesting occurs. It's going to go into my regular service. This time I decided to put Office 2003 on it with Works 8.5. They kind of complement each other. And if I can dig around and find it, I wouldn't mind putting Encarta, I'm thinking it was 2009? The last version of Encarta on there, just because I like some of the features it has. Kind of fun to go back in time and look at how we used to think about data, how we used to think about history, or think about the circle of knowledge, which is what encyclopedia means. How we used to see knowledge and understand, or think about where we would go to get general knowledge on topics. And perfect example is Encarta, which is one of the last sort of encyclopedias. Now, there's no such thing as encyclopedias except like Wikipedia, I think. I don't know if, don't think paper encyclopedias are being published anymore, like Britannica or any of those others. I have a personal copy of a full set of Encyclopedia Britannica, but most of them now are no longer around. I still find them kind of fun to look back at, and for general topics, especially historical, they're great. So, you know, it's easy to curl up with a good book. It's not easy to curl up with a laptop. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it. I will be calling it now. Thanks for visiting. Getting back to seeing what the stats are for this one, and I can put the stats into my database, and that's really kind of part of this whole process as well. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.